Now that the Armada is well supplied with the precious black substance that your tankers have amassed, Doomhammer feels it is time to make a gruesome example of Hillsbrad. With the aid of new foundry sites that allow you to construct more advanced ships, you may build transports to deliver your forces across the channel to the cowering human settlement. All who oppose the Horde must be taught a harsh lesson. Leave no one alive.
Alright, now here we are in Hillsbrad. The first thing is we need a farm. And also, one thing what we can do is we could get rid of these units, I mean a few of them, and maybe the ship, so that I can get resources faster, but I'm not used to do that. But if you're doing a speed run or something, you can just do that, because getting rid of units whenever you have too many food occupied is a fast way to generate some more space for the worker units. Alright, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I built one farm and I will fasten my gold production. As you can see, we have a really rich gold mine here, and we also have an oil patch here for our ships. Alright, let's create another peon. Now the first thing also what we need to build is a lumber mill, and for that we need some extra gold, but with our new peons it will be pretty fast. Also, as you can see, we also need more farms, because after I create the next peon, my food will be full. So let's just do this. And also what we have to be careful for is that we will have attackers from this side soon. Alright, we have a watchtower here for 550 gold and 200 lumber. Can be upgraded to aid the defense of your outposts. Now the way how it works, I will soon build one, but let's just start with a lumber mill. And while that builds, I will go there and build a farm as well. Alright, let's get some lumber as well. Alright, so the way that it works, you can build a watchtower here, for example. Let's just build it here. And on itself, it has 100 health, and it isn't not much help for the base. But if you build a troll lumber mill, you are able to upgrade it to guard tower for 500 gold and 150 lumber. I actually could do this. Now the thing is that these towers will be very useful. One thing that you have to keep in mind though is that sometimes if you have a limited amount of resources, they might not be the best solution. Now I really enjoy using guard towers for base defense because they are really low maintenance and it can attack air and land units and ships. Like they can attack everything. So if like some ship comes here, they can attack it. But the problem with them is that you need lots of them in a base, and maybe that takes too much resources. Alright, but as you can see, it has 130 health, 20 armor, 6 to 16 damage, 6 range, and 9 sight. Also, what is also pretty common is that if you place a guard tower somewhere, like for example here, then an enemy will attack from the other side, but that is the usual stuff. Alright, also what we should really do is I need a barrack as well. Since as I said, the enemy will soon attack, and they won't attack with huge forces in these early missions, but it is better to prepare. And what I can also do is I can upgrade my extroverse weapon. Alright, and since we are here, I can start training some new units. Now, one thing what is really useful and what a lot of players used to do, obviously that's advised, is that you build multiple barracks, simply because with multiple barracks you can train multiple units at the same time. So I might just do that, and I build one here. And it really gives you an advantage if you have many units trained at the same time, and also you can easily build up your army, although you have to be careful to have enough farms. Now, actually a good rule, if you keep building farms, but that's actually most of the time it's very good, but in a few campaign missions you have to be careful, because there aren't always many resources like here. Most of the times you will have enough, so you don't have to worry about that much, but it's better to just pay attention. Alright. And we can also start building our shipyard as well. Alright, now we have also two new buildings for the sea units. Let's build an oil tanker first. Now we have the foundry for 700 gold, 400 lumber and 400 oil. Provides ship upgrades, unlocks advanced ships, and what this unlocks, let's just build it. Now you can build a foundry anywhere, since the foundry doesn't train any units. and it doesn't require for anything, only for the upgrades and the advanced ships. It is the best if you just build it where it's the most comfortable in terms of your ships, so you don't need to like build it close to an oil patch or something. And we have the first attack, and they actually attacked from the side where I had the guard tower, so we've seen it in action, which is actually pretty good. And we also have a new building called the refinery, the oil refinery, for 800 gold, 350 lumber and 200 oil. Now this is, first of all, it gives you more oil, and also this is a building what is used for like you can, I mean the oil tankers can bring the oil to the refinery just as they can bring, I mean the peons can bring the lumber to the lumber mill. Alright, also another thing is, as you can see, we've built a foundry and we have our upgrades. Upgrade cannons, 700 gold, 100 lumber and 1000 oil, increases the piercing attack damage of the destroyers by 5. This is really good. I really like to research this most of the times in my ships, because it could really make a difference in sea combat. And we can upgrade the ship armor for 500 gold, 500 lumber, increases the armor of the ships by 5. And this is also not bad. It's just it's not as significant in my opinion as the attack damage, but obviously it is also helpful, which is why, sure, it's not as that powerful, but it's so much cheaper than the cannon. So let's just upgrade this. And we have a new ship, the transport, for 600 gold, 200 lumber and 500 oil. Slow and unarmed, protect these ships and their precious cargo. Yeah. And what the transports can do is that they can carry troops. So as you could see, the enemy came with a transport. Alright. Now what I should do... I should get more tankers. And as you can see, the transport has 150 health, 0 armor and 0 damage, 1 range, 4 sight and 10 speed. And it can store 6 units. Now the thing is that if transport sinks, every unit which is in the transport will die. So that is why we have to be very careful when we are using transports, so that the enemy ships won't just cannon them down. But in this mission we don't have to worry about that. We will have to worry about that later. And one thing, when transport is on the shores, melee units can also attack it, so that is something what we have to be careful again. Alright, let's get some more units and let's get some more transports. Also, one thing what is very important is that we build some units which we can protect our transports. So those will be the destroyers. And I also want to keep a few units on the ground in case of another attack. But let's just build the destroyers, and after I build the destroyers and the new units, I will be ready to attack. So let's get these guys No, not that one, but this one. And let's get some defensive units here as well. And we have another attack here. What we can also do is we can shoot down the enemy units with our ships as well, so that is pretty good. And it really seems that they only attack from this side, which is nice change. Alright, and I think after one destroyer I can just move around. I think I can already start exploring the map. And these units will be enough. And I think we have enough farms as well for everything. Like, we have many units, we have many resources, so all I have to do is just go around the map and get all the enemies. We have another oil patch for much more oil, and we also have another gold mine if we would be out. Now, in terms of oil patches, as I mentioned, all you have to do is you just have to build a refinery, for example, here, if we need it. So we don't necessarily need to always build a shipyard. Only build a shipyard if you actually need the ships as well from it. So that is when you should build the ships. I mean the shipyard. Other than that, just feel free to build a refinery. And we also have an extra gold mine and a few trees here, but as you can see, like, the gold mines are not necessary in terms of this mission, because we have plenty of resources on our own island. And one thing what is really useful is that I do think that I have better upgrades on my ships, and it really makes a difference when we are attacking the enemy. Now, one thing what will be used a lot is that ships are a really good way to clear lots of ground units from the sea, because they are much stronger than the ground units themselves. So that is why you should use them to clear most of the units if you have troubles with the ground units. Obviously, if we don't pay attention, they can shoot them down, but most of the time it's much better to just use ships. Alright. And I think the shores are pretty clear. Maybe a few ships will wander around there, so I wanna be careful with this transport. And we also have another gold mine and many trees here. That's definitely overkill. Alright. So it seems everything is clear, so I can just come here and attack. Now what you shall do is that you get these transports here and you move your units into the ground and just send them in all together, because then the enemy won't be able to fight against the onslaught. An easy victory.